Welcome to my channel. I decided to do another video about Instagram profiles which inspire me, and we will start from profile from my fellow Ukrainian colorist Olga. I call her Queen of Dark Art because her works in Krug series and in Karolina Kubikovska books, they are amazing. I don't know how she managed to do dark pictures with a lot of dark colors and in the same time to combine them with very tender pastel colors. Contrasts on her works, they are always amazing, so her pictures, they shine. She is also a master of coloring portraits, doing interesting skin tones, so I'm always impressed how she managed to do it. I also adore how she works with granulating watercolors. I think that among all the works where we can see dark background and strong contrasts, Olga's works are definitely my favorites. I hope that one day I also will learn how to do such nice shading and how to use so many dark colors for your works and in the same time to have very colorful, very vibrant works. So if you love Karolina Kubikovska, if you love Krug series, if you love a little bit unusual style of coloring, then I think that Olga profile definitely will be a big inspiration for you. Olga Coloring also is a colorist from Ukraine, and I think that we share with her taste to very detailed pictures and love to vibrant colors. But she is much more skillful than myself in work with watercolors, because believe me or not, but many of these pictures they were colored with watercolors and still she maintains this level of detalization. She is excellent at doing textures, leaves, grass, fur, feathers, fabric, skin. So I'm totally in awe of these skills, and I think that she can be an inspiration for everyone. I hope that you also will be inspired by her works and that she will gain some new subscribers, because I love that she works in different books and still she maintains her own style. And again, this watercolor backgrounds, that's always for me a point where I want to arrive with my skills, and she shows that even in coloring books you can use watercolors and to create masterpieces. So I hope that you also will like her profile. The third page was the newest discovery for me, and it belongs to the man colorists. Very nice discovery. Yes, there are several very talented male colorists in our community, but it was a pleasure to discover a page belongs to another one. And of course, coloring skills here, they are absolutely great. I don't know, I would say that it's definitely on top of my list because of the color choices and because of the shading skills. I was pleased to find that there are tiny videos where you can see shading and blending works in details. I think that mostly here he used polychromos pencils, but if you look at these works, you can see that he can turn even tiniest pictures by Johanna Basford, by Agota Pop into full masterpieces, because even on tiny flower you can find on petals several colors and they all are shaded perfectly. I love how he turned pictures into three-dimensional by using quite dark colors for shading, and yeah, it's definitely a thing which you can study and where you can learn from. So that's a level of shading, level of work with pencils, which I think that I will never achieve, but still for me it's a huge pleasure. I can look at all of his works for many hours and to enjoy how beautifully all colors are blended and how perfectly pencils work on the paper, and what you can achieve if you work slowly and with gentle layering, thing which is very difficult for myself. Next page belongs to famous Ukrainian watercolor painter, and she mostly creates realistic paintings of insects, mostly beetles and butterflies. Butterflies, of course, are my favorites. I love that on her page she shares interesting info about insects, and she also quite often posts tiny videos about process of coloring, explaining some things. I think that the process of her coloring, of her painting, it's mesmerizing. I can watch it by hours. Her attention to details, how she can spend huge amount of time creating this texture of tiny dots, tiny hairs on the butterfly body using tiny brush. It's amazing. But I think that even beginner colorist painter can find something very helpful here on the page of her pictures and on the page with her reels. I'm also quite proud that not only she's Ukrainian, but she also quite often uses Ukrainian watercolors, rosa, which I absolutely love. I think that they have amazing quality, very moderate price, and here you can see them in action, that you can create masterpieces. I hope that you also will be inspired by her art, and in her small videos you can find a lot of interesting and very helpful things. If you love to color insects in Maria Trolle or in Leila Duli, you can find here amazing color combos, and I hope that your botanical pictures also will look great if you use some of them. As Easter is almost here, I decided to share with you two beautiful pages with amazing painted Easter eggs. Tradition of painted eggs, it's very important for Ukrainian culture. This first page, it belongs to the lady from Canada. It's amazing, and she is not only extremely talented, her eggs, each one of them, it's a masterpiece, but she is also a very generous and kind spirit. Since the beginning of the war in Ukraine, she conducted many fundraising. She donated her eggs to raise money for Ukrainian charities. And it's amazing how a person from other side of the world, from different culture, how she mastered to learn traditions of Ukrainian eggs painting from different regions. I was extremely happy to find that on her page she demonstrates various stages of painted eggs, so you can see how many efforts you need to put in cleaning egg, into putting previous ornament on it, then putting color, then waxing it. So it's very complicated, a very difficult process, and if you watch at her videos, you can learn something new about this old tradition. Yes, it's popular in Ukraine, but it's also very important for Poland, for Slovakia, for Czech Republic, for many other Slavic countries. And I think that each of the eggs which I saw here, they are totally equal to the jewelry masterpieces, because sometimes she used only paints, but sometimes she also decorate eggs with gold. And all of her works, they are full of such bright, cheerful colors, so you can definitely see a very kind and a very bright person behind of her art. Last page belongs to Tatiana, Ukrainian artist, and I would say that here you can see one of the best examples of traditional Ukrainian ornament, Petrikivka. It's extremely popular and it was included in World Heritage as one of the masterpieces of Ukraine. Tatiana works, they are amazingly detailed. You can see how nicely she creates this ornament with many intricate berries, flowers, leaves, and her color choices. They always are bright but very well balanced. This tradition of Petrikivka art, it was famous for many years here. It was transferred from grandmother to mother to daughter. Many things which you need for such art you need to do by yourself. For example, brushes you can do with hairs from your cat hairs and mustache. It's very interesting, really. So I always wanted to learn how to do such things. Unfortunately, never had opportunity, but I am subscribed to several pages of our Ukrainian artists, and I think that Tatiana is one of the best, definitely. And she also shows that such art, it could be used for many modern things, actually. I hope that you will find a lot of inspiration on these pages. As usual, all links will be down in the info box. Quite often you ask me where I got inspiration for my color choices, color combos, and I must confess that quite often I go to Instagram profiles, I notice things which I like. I don't copy other works, but I can notice things where I can think that color combo is so interesting, so unique, and I immediately start to think where I can use it, or at least I try to memorize it for future using. And of course, it's so nice to discover that around me there are so many talented people. Well, I hope that you enjoy this video.